Brian Francisco Flores. This gentleman has been a coach in the league for a while, head coach a few years. He started off with the Patriots. Now, for those who know me, you know that I am not sorry, I had to check my mic, not the biggest fan of the NFL anymore. I don't really watch games as much as I used to growing up. I just don't care as much. So I had to do research on Brian Flores a little bit to figure out first who he really was. Like I knew he coached the Dolphins for a little bit, but I wasn't sure how long he coached for or if he was any good. But apparently he was good. But I'm gonna tell you why I think he's a little cap here in this situation with him going into litigation with the NFL. All right. First, and I'll say this: I don't remember hearing that this guy was standing or better yet kneeling with Kaepernick when Kaepernick came out espousing all that he felt was wrong with the league and really macro the world, because this is way bigger than football, a game that kids play, and it's way bigger. But do we forget that middle to elderly aged white men have, in this country at least, I'll just speak for this country because I've never lived anywhere else. I just traveled a bit, but are we gonna act like we don't think most of the guys that fit that category, obviously men and women, have a high chance of being bigoted or sharing some kind of racist ideals or ideologies? Is that new to somebody? Like, I wonder what was going through Brian Flores' mind when Kaepernick was saying what he was saying, when he was kneeling, when the guys who tried to support were supporting. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with how Kaepernick went about it. Nah, and I stopped watching the NFL prior to that. But I don't agree with how he went about it. I agree with the original intent. Like, hey, like the national anthem is actually a song that didn't include me in this country or respect me in this country. Um, and yeah, it's been a while. It's been being played for decades. Uh, but now we know. You know what I mean? We didn't know before, but now we know. So change is the only constant. Should have easily just got rid of the song, but instead white supremacy reared its ugly head, and oh, he's kneeling for this, not kneeling for this, not respecting the truth. That was some of the most ridiculous stuff I've seen. And like I said, I think I don't agree with everything that Cap did. Like there's a few things like the socks, the pigs in the blanket socks, and just a few decisions I didn't agree with. It feels like he was just learning a lot about Black history and all the atrocities that happened, and that was making him very angry. Like it tends to do. Like I remember when I was learning about a lot of things that have happened in the past and a lot of things that happened to my heroes. Um, like assassinations and stuff like that. Yeah, and seeing pictures of people. You gotta understand, especially in this country, we're so brainwashed. Like quote unquote black people, we see like horrible imagery from the time we're little kids. I can't remember the first time I saw a body being lynched. Why was that being shown to a kid? Maybe going to the programming, I don't know, but it's fucked up, and it doesn't make you happy. So it does make you angry learning about a lot of this stuff. And I wish in this country, and I hope in this country, we can get to a point where we can actually be honest and start having real conversations and stop, hiding between the lines about this. Like, you got black people like Brian Flores who will go on. I saw him on the show with Oprah's friend. I can't remember her name, Joy. I can't remember her name. I saw him do the interview with his attorneys on that show, with Oprah's friend, Gail, and like he was beating around the bush. They were trying to ask him direct questions, and I don't know if that's how his lawyers or his attorneys coached him to not go in, to not say what you want to say, but he seemed flustered. And maybe it was nerves. I don't know, but he's a head coach. I can't imagine he's good with reporters. But what I notice about quote unquote Black America is that when it comes to speaking to the masses about the things we go through, to avoid sounding crazy because nobody ever believes us, especially white people. White people never believe us about things we experience, things we feel. Um, maybe it's just the fact that it's uncomfortable for Black people to talk about that. Like we'll talk about it to each other, maybe. I mean, honestly, we don't need to because we all share the experience. But when it comes to white people, it's kind of like uncomfortable because majority of them are gonna like dismiss your feelings. They're gonna dismiss your feelings. They're gonna call you crazy. Um, this is a reality, and if you don't understand that or don't know that, you might need more Black friends. Uh, but but yeah, back to Brian Flores, man. I don't know the man personally, obviously. Um, I don't really care, like I said, much about football. The Dolphins used to be my favorite team back in the day, but I can care less. But my point is, things were all good just a week ago when it wasn't on you, because I'm sure you've dealt with racism in football before and in your life. Perfect time to speak up would have been Kaepernick, because I'm sure that young man needed more help because you know he definitely needed more brain power on his side. I think that would have helped strategy wise, being a coach. You know what I mean? But now it affects you. It affects you. Okay. Um, but hey, man, I wish the best for all. Not the NFL. I wish the best for Flores. I hope you get some money out of this because I doubt you'll be coaching in the league. Um, we'll see. They may end up giving you a job for a year and then firing you post a lawsuit. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, I don't care much about the game, like I said, but it is interesting that now this is going on. Now we're talking about race again, and we already did this, man. Like if we just kind of come together or at least support each other, we'll get more out of this, man. We'll get more out of it. But hey, that's just some of my thoughts on it. I could go. I could make this a longer video, but I really don't want to, guys. It's really late. But yeah, man. Brian Flores, Kaep. Come on, man. Should have kneeled with Kaep. But all right, y'all.